I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Today we're going to look at the difference between an 80-90% let off and a 65% let off, and we're using the Carbon 34 to do that. Now the biggest difference obviously in let off, so if you've got a 90% let off, let's say you're drawing back a 100-pound bow, you'd be holding 10 pounds. So a 50-pound bow, you're holding 5 pounds. So basically you're not holding much poundage with a 90% let off. Now with the 65% let off, with a 100-pound bow you'd be holding 45, a 50-pound bow 22 pounds with 65. But this shouldn't make a lot of difference on overall speed, because the majority of your pull will still be the same. So every inch you're pulling is the same except for the end, the bit that you're holding. And that bit you're holding is not affecting the actual speed of the arrow that much, because the speed of the arrow is going to be determined by the weight of the cams and how much power is being generated on the draw curve. So I don't expect there to be a lot of difference, but one of the viewers asked, so I'm going to do it. Now the reason why you'd want 90% versus 65 and vice versa. 90% let off is really good if you want to be aiming for a long time, because you're holding basically not much weight, so you can sit there and aim for a long period of time without fatigue settling in. Now the reason why you want a low let off, and going back to the days when I first used to shoot 30 odd years ago, the top professional shooters used to shoot a very low percent off, like 30% let off. Now the reason you want low let off is it creates more tension in the shot, so when the release aid goes off, the release will be cleaner and the string will come off the release cleaner. If you're only holding 5 pounds back here on the string, it's very easy to torque and twist this string. And basically, if you've got any contact with your face or anything that goes wrong, you're starting off with 5 pounds. So obviously the release is going to be better with a lower let off. But you've got to factor that in with fatigue versus shootability. So there's a lot of professional shooters who shoot low let off, and there's equally a number of people who shoot high let off. So Chance Bowoff, and I'm going to get his name incorrect, who won Vegas many times, huge fan for high let off bows. Now that will allow him to shoot for a long time with no fatigue. So a lot of this comes down to personal preference and what you like best. I'm currently shooting low let off, so 65%, and we're going to try it with the Carbon Air with high and low let off. And I shot a very good group yesterday with the high let off 90% with the Carbon Air. So we're going to put this through the machine. Now I'm shooting for this test, it's not the same as my other speed tests. These are gold tip Pierce 400s with the 120 grain point on the front end. The bow's 60 pounds at 29 inches. That shot 285. I'll just shoot a couple more because the light's down a bit, so you can get sort of false readings. .285 again. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and fit the 65% modules, which basically the time period to do that, let's say 2 minutes. It's just basically 2 bolts here. You need a torque wrench, basically undo those top and bottom, 2 bolts, so 4 bolts in total. Fit them on. You don't need a bow press to do it, and you try it. Now currently we're in position F, which I hope is 29 inches. We're going to do the same on the low let off. These modules to try, I think they're around $60. So give me a couple of secs, I'll change the bow over to 65 and we'll just shoot it through the speed machine. Okay, so I'm halfway through changing the modules. You've got to change the stop here, so you've got to undo that screw as well, which I didn't contemplate. But the reason I'm done it halfway through, I wanted to reflect on the PSE numbering. So here, I'm hoping that shows up. This one is 81402 THL. Now the PSE numbering is really good. The T refers to the top. This one's B for bottom. L is for low let off, and I'm not sure what the last one is. It must be left. because the other one's got left on it as well. So the numbering always on all PSE stuff makes sense, and it allows PSE to know what bow you're fitting what to. And if you need a part in, let's say, 5 or 6 years, these numbers on the cams here basically allow you to identify every single part on a PSE. They've all got part numbers, so really, really simple. So I'll get back to fitting the modules, and then we'll see what speed this bow shoots at. Okay, so I finished fitting the 65% modules. Probably took me 5 minutes all up. Easy procedure. Now I haven't drawn this bow back with 65%, so we're going to try the draw and check the speed on it. Now with the Evolve module, you can change the let off also on the little stop here. So moving the stop that way increases the let off, moving that way decreases the let off. Because what it's doing, it's hitting this string here. So if you're hitting it early, it's decreasing the let off. Hitting late increases the let off. I've set it on the medium position. The one registered 0. It feels, with the 90% let off, it feels, you get it back and you feel like you're holding nothing. Like, it says, well, yeah, this is easy. This is more like a target bow with 65% let off. So if you shoot a target bow, this is what it feels like when you get it back. You feel like you're holding something. .291, so it's going 6 feet per second. The draw cycle itself feels harder. I mean, it's not hard like, I'm going to say, the some of the harder bows, or the full throttle, if you want to pick that bow. It's nothing like that. It's still a big round wheel, but it's more like the Halon X, the Halon Comp from Matthews, with a lower let off, short valley, so you're drawing it back here and you're still peaking. I didn't even really feel the let off hitting. .294. So if you say 285, 9 feet to 7 feet per second. But the draw cycle, this bow feels completely different. .291. So you've gained speed, but this bow feels, now I've got the setting on the halfway point here on the setting, so it's, I don't know if I like it. To me it feels like my target bow, and I really like that high let off. So yeah, I don't know if you'd shoot it. You'd definitely try it, and bear in mind I do shoot low let off on my target rig to create more back tension. So I don't know. You know, this is the stuff you've got to judge. How do you want your bow to feel? Yeah, I don't know. And you know, when you go to an archery shop and you try out the Evolve 35, the Evolve 31, the Carbon Air 32, the Carbon Air 34, it's going to have the high let off. So you're going to think, oh, that's what the bow feels like. But if you fit the low let off, you're increasing the speed, but also the bow feels completely different. I mean, it's still light, still a smooth draw, but you don't really feel the let off at all. Like, I didn't feel the valley. I mean, there is a valley there. Absolutely, there's a valley, but you don't really notice it. It's just so smooth all the way through. So, you know, with most things archery, you've got to try and make your own decision. And I haven't decided yet whether I'll stick with this or the 90. I did enjoy shooting 90% yesterday, but I do normally shoot 65, so I'm a bit confused which way to go. So I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Enjoy your archery and shoot lots. Thank you. Bye.